Ooh, come on in. Come on in. All right. I see here. Let me see. Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, Facebook and Hello. 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 I love it. I love that StreamYard added this music. It's awesome. I just love it. Because I feel like it really gets you going. Like, I feel like it really raises the vibration. And we need to have high vibrations, right? Yeah. Especially when we're talking about spiritual wisdom and knowledge and food for our souls. I am drinking my blue tea today. I know it doesn't translate in the camera, but it's so good. All right. Good morning, Rebecca. Hello. You know what? I'm celebrating today. That leaves some lemon, and those lemon edit She's helping me out with editing the titles and putting thumbnails and stuff like that. There's so much to be done, right? When you're on doing all of this stuff. But I'm celebrating that I have someone here who's young and fun and enthusiastic. All righty, let's go ahead. Oh, for those of you joining us for the first time, or well, for those of you joining us now, definitely say hello in the comments. For those of you joining on the replay, definitely put #replay in the comments and any takeaways you get to really anchor it in. Because when you put that in, it really goes and you create new neural connections. And Lord knows that we need to create new neural connections that are positive, that uplift us. And as we get uplifted, we're able to uplift others, right? And so that's super, it's we say, oh, put your takeaways in. No, but you're doing something really major there when you're doing it. And then for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm Dr. Deisha Phillip. Hello, Michelle. Come on, girl. So glad that you're joining us here. So I'm Dr. Deisha Phillip, cardiologist who deals with all matters of the heart and the founder of the Path to Meditation Mastery, meditation for female physicians group, heart center moving group, natural antidotes to stress. And we like to meet here Monday through Friday, 7 to 7:30 a.m. as often as I can to have a healthy breakfast for our souls, spirits, minds, and set the tone for the day in a way that supports us rather than depletes us. Okay? Awesome. So welcome. Alrighty, let's get this party started. Let's do it. We've got messages for today. Let's hear what Divine is saying today. Let's see. August 31st. Can you believe it? Are you kidding me? August 31st, 8 months done of 2022. Wow. Okay, here's the message. Enthusiasm is a great power. Those with it can never be disheartened because it simplifies all difficulties. Right? Those with it can never be disheartened because it simplifies all difficulties. So, it's interesting because I don't know if it translates, but for me growing up, I've always been like enthusiastic about stuff. Like whatever is, I don't know, something that I connect with, something that I remember being, okay, so my parents sent me to Catholic school, kindergarten through 12th grade. And I remember in 3rd grade, we would, we had religion class and we had like religion books, and it was all about, whatever. I mean, we would learn about lots of people who did amazing things, including Jesus. And then I remember Martin Luther King, and I remember one little story in our religion book was talking about Mother Teresa. Now, Mother Teresa, I believe she was Catholic, and but and all the amazing work that she did, and they would say that she was in she did her work in the city of Calcutta. And so Calcutta is actually the city in India that my parents are from. And I was like, I was 8 years old, and I was like, oh, I've heard that word before. Oh, I've been there before. And I remember coming home so excited to be like, Dad, Mom, look what it says in here. They're talking about Mother Teresa in Calcutta, India. And so it was like this connection, this little spark. And I was so excited about it. And they both looked at me like, so? Yeah, okay. And I was like, well, isn't that cool, right? And so it's interesting because throughout my life, especially, and maybe many of my physician sisters, know the environment in which medical school is, medical training is, and it's hard to show a lot of enthusiasm in this way. And I always felt like, take it down a notch. Oh, take it down a notch, right? And even today, sometimes when patients come, I walk in and I'm always like, hello, right? I'm so great to see you. And usually I'm like, thank you so much for waiting for me, right? So like, because it's hard to stay on time. And sometimes they'll be like, what made you so spunky? Right? They'll say that. And I'm like, oh, would you rather me be like this? Hi. It's so annoying that I have to see you now. And they laugh. They're like, no. I'm like, okay. So it's just natural for me to be enthusiastic. And if I'm not being enthusiastic, then I know that I'm depleted and something's got to change. So who's enthusiastic in here? I think many of you are. So enthusiasm is a great power. Those with it can never be disheartened, right? If I'm getting disheartened, that means I've lost connection with my truth, myself as a soul, as a spiritual being having a human experience. I've fallen into the trap of looking at the drama and being attached to it and being like, oh, right? All the connection is lost when I'm disheartened. And if I can continue, if I can stay in that awareness that I am a soul, I'm a pure, peaceful soul, that's who I've always been, forgot for a little while, enthusiastic, yeah! Absolutely, girl. And so, when we dance, right, there's a lot of enthusiasm going on there too. It's a high vibration. And those of us who are enthusiastic, it's so important to share that. Right? Share that. It's hard in this day and age, in this yuga that we call it, right? It's like the time, I don't know how to say yuga. Yuga is like, or juga, it's like the time that we are in eternity. We're at a time when people are very disheartened. They've forgotten who they are. They've forgotten the fact that they're pure, peaceful souls, and they get sucked into the drama of life and they think this is it. Right? And they forget that it's all a movie and that we're actors playing roles, and that our true identity is that of a loving, peaceful, compassionate soul. All right. August 30. I am not, but I would like to do better. You're perfect and exactly where you're supposed to be. Stick with us. We'll raise you up, girl. We'll raise you up. Mwah. So, August 31st, ask and it is given. This is where it's at. I'm telling you, this is super powerful info. When I first learned about this, I was like, get out of here. But I'm telling you, Rebecca also, super manifester. It's so fun. Rebecca, you should share some more of your stories about how you manifest stuff. Just like how we never lose anything anymore, right? We just don't. You suddenly think of something like, I wonder where that went. And then you forget about the fact that you lost it. And then the next thing you know, you found it. This happens when you start paying attention to your vibration, start raising it. Good things happen. August 31st, ready? Can you remember events that have happened? If you can remember, then you can do virtual reality. So my mom with dementia can't do virtual reality. She lives in an alternate reality. So that's all right. That's fine. She thinks your mom and the TV is talking to her. So it's all good. So if you can remember, then you can do virtual reality because none of that is right here, right now. And as you are remembering, you are recreating it from something. Okay. So visualizing or virtual reality is no different. It is conjuring, but with the singular intention of pleasing yourself as you do. Okay. All right. I'm going to reread that. Can you remember events that have happened? Can you remember? Yes, all of us can remember events that have happened. We are all capable of this. If you can remember, then you can do virtual reality because none of that is right here, right now. So if we're sitting in a train in New York City, wherever, remembering the past, right? We are putting ourselves in that place again. But none of that is right here, right now, right? I'm sitting in a train, perhaps, or I'm sitting here in front of the computer with all of you right now. Okay. So because none of that is right here, right now, and as you are remembering, you are recreating it from something. So visualizing, or in the law of attraction, they call it creating your virtual reality. So visualizing or virtual reality is no different. It is conjuring, but with the singular intention of pleasing yourself as you do so. So when we're talking about visualizing, right, it's really stopping and thinking, what is it that I do want, right? We're very, very good, and we've been conditioned over and over again to look at something and be like, don't like that, hate my job, hate my partner, blah, blah, hate this relationship, hate this house, blah, blah, right? But the question is always, okay, you don't like this house, so what do you want? What can you visualize? How do you want to feel in your relationship? How do you want to feel in your new home? How do you want to feel in your new job? And so when we do our meditation, right, we do the inhale, exhale, in and out through the nostrils of our heart. But this is something that we do. This is heart math that we're practicing. That's what I'm guiding you through. That's what it's called. It doesn't really matter, but it's conjuring up and feeling those emotions with the breath. Actually has, for my doctor sisters here, we actually have scientific data on how it changes your heart rate variability and puts everything back into coherence. So working in this amazing, powerful way that makes all your cells and organs run properly. So this exercise of practicing virtual reality or visualizing what it is you do want, I'm like, it could be considered daydreaming, but not really, because you're doing it with the intention of, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not where I want to be right now, right? Facebook user, I'm not, but I would like to do better. Okay. So how do you want to feel? And conjure up those feelings. And whatever it may be, you might want to feel more whole, more loving, more grounded. And there are times in your life or experiences that you've had, you can also remember that have made you feel that way. I think an exercise in this that's very, very simple is, for those of us with children or children in our lives, right? We go through your cell phone. My sister's like, I have 40,000 pictures on my phone. 80% of them are your children, right? so, my sister, when she's not feeling well or whatever, right? Or she's down or disheartened, right? She'll start looking at her phone. Why does she do that? Because it's a natural thing, right? She wants to feel better, right? And so she'll look and she'll go, oh, that's so cute. Oh, right. And you feel this yummy, warm, loving, right? When you do that. Some people have it with their pets. Some people have it in remembering a time, an amazing vacation. Some people might have it, with their love partner, right? Or someone, some people can have it with a time when they just felt really good. Maybe with their parent, you have a memory with your parent that was, or an older, or a teacher, or a grandmother, or an aunt, or somebody where you really felt that love, right? So you have a reference for it, but then you can also project it just by remembering that. You can say, you know what, I want to feel that again and really get into that place. And so visualizing what you do want is very, very powerful. And I encourage you, whenever, you don't have to do it and, announce it to everybody. You can do it whenever you want. You can do it while you're driving. You can do it, we say, in an incognito way. All right. It's a very powerful exercise. Today's Wednesday, so we're going to do Power of Love cards. You ready? Let's see what the message is for all of us today. I'm going to take this out. Awesome. All right, let's do it. What is it that we are supposed to hear today? This is a message for every single one of us who are listening. If you're on the replay, whenever it is, if you're watching this 10 years from when it was aired, this message right now is for you. Let's see. Trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. It's interesting, as a doc, I have so many patients, right, who come to me looking for, just tell me what to do, right? Give me the pill, give me that, what is it, right? And I often have to remind them that, you know what? You're the boss of you. You know what is the right thing to do. And it's interesting, I had a lady the other day, I think I was mentioning it, and, she's been through a lot of chemo and stuff, and her family's there, and her son is asking, well, she decided that she's done with the chemo. I mean, she's been doing it for 5 years or something, and it's really, she's tired, and it makes sense. Yes, she's young. She's like only in her late 50s, and, she's close to source. She's close to her soul identity, and she's like, it's time for me to trust and have faith, and I'm ready to discontinue this. And her son is like, well, are you just giving up, Mom? And I looked at him and I said, hold on. Your mother is a very wise, loving soul, and she has a strong connection to source, to herself, and she's not making this decision lightly. And I told her, I said, listen, you know yourself. I mean, I could feel it. Like, she knew what was right for her. And I'm like, and you are the boss. So all of us, trust your intuition. Trust it. I feel like we've been told over eons that, woman's hysterical, woman says you can't trust them, blah, 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 blah. You don't trust intuition. Get really intellectual about everything. Go back to trusting it. And you know what? A little exercise you can do to trust it, is if you have an intuition and then you follow it and it goes the right way or the wrong way, you can keep a little log of it just to build your trust back up. Let's see what this says. When you listen to your soul's voice, you will never go down a path not meant for you. But you must learn to trust that voice. By honoring the sacred knowledge within you and acting on it, you can manifest great miracles in your life. Your intuition yearns to be heard. And every day you are given opportunities to test your trust in it. As you go through your human journey, pay attention to each instance this voice arises. Notice the significance and don't necessarily dismiss it as a coincidence. There's no coincidences. Begin to perceive yourself as part of the flow of life with an ever expanding part in it. As conflicts and challenges come up, recognize these obstacles as opportunities. The more you accept your inner voice as trustworthy, the easier life becomes. Unfortunately, there are many things in this dimension that you cannot trust. Some people, and sometimes even your own eyes. But no matter what, you can always trust when your intuition speaks. It takes practice to listen. But when you trust and have faith that everything is happening for a reason and a purpose, and anything that you find difficult is maybe making you disheartened, ask yourself again, what is it? Why is this action or whatever being presented to me? And what is there for me to learn or practice? And if you can have faith in that, you have a different life. Okay? All righty. So let's go ahead and get comfortable for the last few minutes here. Close your eyes and let's practice listening and observing our thoughts and connecting with our truth. So close your eyes and visualize your heart in the center of your chest with 2 nostrils, one in the right ventricle, one on the left. And let's take a deep breath into our heart nostrils. And as we do that, conjure up those feelings of love, joy, enthusiasm, trust. Breathe in. Breathe out of your heart. Breathe into your heart the fact that you are a pure, peaceful, loving soul. Breathe in. Breathe out of your heart. Breathe normally. Now we'll go ahead and ask ourselves the 4 soul questions. Allow anything at all to come to you as we go through them. First question, who am I? Who am I? Second question, what do I want? What is my deepest desire? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Third question. What is my purpose? How can I serve myself and others? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Fourth question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Now rest. Rest in existence. Rest in awareness. Rest in consciousness. Just rest. And as we rest, I'll pronounce 4 intentions. Just repeat them silently and release them into being. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And lightness of being. Lightness of being. Continue to rest. When you're ready, you can slowly start wiggling your fingers and toes. You can rub the tops of your legs. Give yourself a big stretch. Ooh. And you can bring your palms to your heart center and give yourself a little bow of gratitude for bringing yourself here today to fill up, to remind yourself of the enthusiasm that lives inside of you. And from this place of being recharged, let's give a blast of love and light energy out to all of our family, our friends, our patients, our community, our city, our state, our country, to all the countries on this planet, to every single brother and sister soul on this planet. And then from there, we can give a blast of that energy out into the universe. And then from there, it gets boomeranged right back to us. I'll say namaste. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Definitely put your takeaways in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning. Sending you all so much love. Mwah!